Put your hands where I can see them. The command sliced through the quiet parking lot like a sharp knife, the air thick with tension. 13-year-old Jamal froze. His backpack slipped off his shoulder as his heart raced, his mind scrambling to make sense of what was happening. A white woman in a sleek, shiny SUV glared at him from her window, her phone pressed to her ear. Yes, police? There's a suspicious black kid hanging around near the cars. I think he's trying to break into them, she said, her voice dripping with accusation. Jamal's stomach dropped, his body stiff with confusion and fear. All he'd been doing was waiting for his mom to arrive, but in the span of just a few short minutes, everything would spiral out of control. The flashing lights, the accusing stares, the chaos. All of it was nothing compared to the moment his mom would show up. And when she did, the woman who had called the cops would soon realize just who Jamal's mother really was. Jamal had been adopted by the Thompsons when he was just 5 years old. His mom? FBI's special agent in charge, Rachel Thompson. For years, she taught Jamal how to navigate a world that often saw him as a threat, simply because of the color of his skin. But today, he wasn't thinking about any of that. Today, he was just a kid who had just finished soccer practice, waiting for his mom to pick him up. The woman, Linda, had been watching Jamal ever since he walked into the parking lot, toward his mom's usual spot. When Jamal paused to tie his shoes, Linda had snapped, "Stay right there," her voice harsh, as she stepped out of her car. "The police are coming," she barked, her eyes never leaving him. Jamal's pulse raced as he felt his chest tighten. He knew exactly what to do in situations like this. Stay calm. Don't move. Don't give them a reason to escalate. But this time was different. This time, it wasn't just about following the usual script. The first cruiser rolled up, its siren cutting through the silence, and the officer approached with visible caution. Linda folded her arms, her face twisted with suspicion. "I saw him checking car doors," she said, her voice dripping with accusation. Jamal's voice wavered as he tried to explain. "I was just waiting for my mom." "Sure you were," she scoffed, dismissing him instantly. Moments later, a second cruiser pulled into the lot. More questions, more stares. And then, like a thunderclap, a black SUV screeched into the lot, its tires screeching as it came to a halt. The door flew open, and a tall, authoritative woman in a sharp suit stepped out, her badge gleaming in the sunlight. "Special Agent Thompson, FBI," she announced, her voice icy and commanding. "Why are you interrogating my son?" For a heartbeat, Linda's face drained of color, her expression momentarily frozen in disbelief. No one said a word. Then Linda stammered, "He looked suspicious." Rachel Thompson's gaze was like ice, sharp enough to cut through steel. "You called the police on a child for existing?" she asked, her voice cold with disbelief. Jamal's eyes burned with unshed tears, his throat tight with emotion. He just wanted to go home. But this moment, this injustice, wasn't just about him anymore. The officer straightened up, suddenly far more respectful, his voice faltering. "Ma'am, we were just—" "I know exactly what you were doing," Rachel interrupted, her voice commanding. She turned to face Linda, her words cutting through the air like a blade. "You're lucky I don't charge you with filing a false report." Linda stumbled back toward her car, her shoulders slumping in defeat. Jamal exhaled shakily, his body still trembling as his mom gently squeezed his hand. "You okay?" she asked softly. Jamal nodded, but the weight of what had just happened lingered, heavy in his chest. As they drove away, Linda remained frozen in the parking lot, watching them silently. And for the first time in his life, Jamal realized something profound. She no longer saw a threat when she looked at him. Instead, she saw power. And that realization changed everything for him. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a karma in the comments below. And hey, if you want to see more powerful stories about justice being served, check out the playlist that's appearing on your screen right now. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Remember, real change starts with you, one smart move at a time.